Uh, so myself, Dharani Rajagopal, I'm the technical support engineering manager at NI India. Uh, so today the topic that I'm going to talk about is the remote test monitoring using System Link. So Muthuraman spoke about Instrument Studio, a standalone software which will help us in making measurements, right? It could be a lab system or it could be a test system, and it can be any individual systems, right? Talking about I'll just give my background about my experiences. So I started working from 2010 with one of our partner called Apna Technologies, and as an application engineer over there. And then I moved to like embedded solutions company, where they were working on energy meters development. The company was Geovers Technologies. It's in Bangalore. I was there for some time working on embedded code development, and then eventually I moved to another company who was into solar tracking systems. Again, where I was doing the embedded code development for a couple of years. And in 2013, I joined National Instruments. Now it is NI. Since then, I played the different roles. I talked to thousands of customers on like multiple issues and was part of multiple events and many more things. And now I'm working as a technical support engineering manager like since last year, and I take care of the technical support team in India for NI. So along with that, I'm also certified LabVIEW architect and the certified the test and developer. And you can connect with me on LinkedIn. So I've shared my email ID on the presentation. It's dharanir.26@gmail.com. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. So without further ado, I'll just get started with the topic. Okay. So I believe most of you got the notifications. National Instruments is now NI. I just want to make sure that in this presentation, I'll just share this information with you guys. And if you, there is a reasoning behind the color and the new logo and the name change and everything. And we do have, like Anish mentioned in his initial presentation, we do have new offerings for our customers in the semiconductor business unit and transportation business unit and aerospace and defense customers, and plus a portfolio customers where we have oil and energy, gas, and many more customers to work with. So we have different offerings in the form of solutions. If you're more interested, you can visit ni.com today and get uh, a view of like what kind of new offerings that we have for you. Okay, so I'll get started with the topic, remote test monitoring. So as I'm sure all of you are test engineers or development engineers who are extensively using LabVIEW and TestStand and some of other softwares and products from NI to create test benches or test stations, or even to make a simple data acquisition system for your clients or for your customers. In this pandemic situation, I believe most of you are working from home, and some of you are like working from offices. So as a test engineer, it becomes challenging thing for you to keep a track of your test running at your office location or at your client location within India or outside India. I believe some of your travels also might have got impacted due to this pandemic situation. So you couldn't travel to your client locations. In fact, it happened to me. I was supposed to travel to different parts for different meetings. I could not travel. Let's not worry much about it. I think we should be staying safe at this period, and let's hope we can make best out of this time that we have. So, like I mentioned, so all of us are working from home, and some of you are working from offices. And but the companies want us to make sure that their work is done. So, we are taking challenges today. Like, okay, let's say we have to look at the test systems that's running in your office location or at the client location. Let's say we wanted to do the software upgradation or software installation, or maybe monitor the system health, or look at the calibration status, and also collect some data. So all these things are going to be challenging if you don't have a physical access to the systems, right? So most of us try to take a remote login and then try to get into the system and then try to monitor the parameters that we discussed. So from NI, there is a solution for this. You don't have to take a remote desktop or remote session to that specific test station, right? So NI introduced this software a couple of months back called System Link. So with this System Link, engineers can build systems faster and manage them better. So System Link improves the systems and data management processes with powerful and intuitive web services and applications that are available, which is open, and it comes with a very extensible software architecture. So within System Link, there are multiple add-on modules available to meet each and different or unique requirements that each and every customer has. Some customer would be more interested in just managing the systems, and some customers might be interested more in like doing asset management, and some customers are more interested in like looking at the test results or monitoring at the test results and making sense out of it, or making some analysis and then making some you can say outcome out of the analysis. And some customers are more interested in looking at the measured data and then to look at how it's going to impact their day-to-day test cycles and how they can become better in future. So I'll try to get into the details of like what is systems management, asset management, and test monitoring, and also the data management within System Link. So like I mentioned, these are the modules that are available within System Link as an add-on in the form of plugins you can call. There are many more plugins or add-ons that are available for System Link. For example, you can say cloud connection. So there is an additional add-on that's available we launched recently that can be added with your System Link. So let me touch about on what is systems management. So a system can be a Windows system which is connected, you can say that to dark system where we are doing data acquisition. We wanted to monitor the health of the data acquisition system. And also let's say we want to upgrade the firmware, or let's say there are some softwares that has to be installed on the system. We can do that using the systems management software. On top of this, it also provides you a good software configuration window where you can look at the vendor details and also collect the calibration details, and also can collect the serial number and so on. So all these things can be done on a web. You don't need any special LabVIEW utility or a standalone exe to take care of that. It can be just done on your web browser from wherever you're sitting. And the asset management. So this becomes very important for the test engineers as and when they perform tests for longer durations. So this add-on module mostly focuses on the hardware usage or asset usage and provide you some insights about how this hardware is currently being used, right? And also it gives you some information about the calibration of the products, and you can also set alarms in cases like, let's say the test is running at where the product temperature goes beyond certain temperature, where you want to stop the test and send a mail communication to the test engineer or to somebody who should be responsible at looking at this test station. So this asset management takes care of the calibration information and alarms, and also sending emails. And in future, we are planning to have how the product is correctly being used by the category. So that information also something that we are trying to integrate as part of this asset management module. The next module is test monitoring. Here, let's say you are running a test cases on your test station or a tester. The test could be based on your test stand, or it could be based on, you can say, LabVIEW, or it could be based on any other programming environments that you're running over there. So the System Link has a client engine that can be incorporated to the test stations or testers, which can continuously monitor the commands coming in from the System Link server and pass the information by different communication mediums. So with that, we will be able to monitor the current tests that are running in the test station. For example, let's say there is a test stand sequence running in your tester. This test monitoring will be able to tell you how many active testers are running on, and how many of test cases passed, how many of test cases failed. And it also gives you more detailed information about the test sequences and test steps that we will talk about, and that's the topic that we're going to focus for today. Uh, the last add-on model that you see here, the data management, which helps you the data that you're acquiring through the test monitoring, or let's say the asset management or the systems management, that data can be further given to the data management add-on that can do the analysis, which will help you to kind of create a customized report or a standard report that can be leveraged by your customer or by your company, which can be shared in the easily shareable formats like CSV or HTML, or even in the form of PDF. And this is something is tightly synced with DADM, which we'll talk about. So like I mentioned, the system links takes care of the four features which we talked about can be classified into two major categories. One is systems and assets management. On the right, you can see test and measurement data management. So all these four modules are directly linked with your core system link server, which is the core engine, or you can say the core software within system link software. So this system link software can talk to the system link, the configuration module, like I mentioned, which monitors the system health, and where you can also deploy the test codes or frameworks, and you can execute these functions remotely. Right. And the next one is system asset module, where you can actually report the asset utilization based on, you can say, the number of hours and number of days and so on. And you can also monitor the calibration events like I mentioned before, and you can also track the asset installation history. For example, when was the system connect? Sorry. Uh, any questions? I heard someone saying something.
Dharne, I think someone has unmuted and speaking.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll continue. If there are any questions, please post them in the chatter. So after my presentation, I'll try to address those questions one by one. On the right side, you can see test and measurement, where we have test module. Like I mentioned, it takes care of monitoring test activities, and it helps you to have a very nice a dashboard for you to understand the KPIs. And you can also visualize the reports and also the parametric test data that's being collected from your test stand. And the data system link data management, which is actually called TDM data finder module, which will help you to search for the measurement files, and it helps you to standardize the measurement data in the right data formats that you want to store and share with the teams or with your clients. And you can also automate the measurement reports. What I mean by that is, let's say the temperature goes beyond 30 degrees Celsius. You can start doing the data logging, and then you can start logging into a file format that you are interested in. The good thing about the system link test module and the TDM data finder module, they can directly incorporated, or you can say there is a directly a client service available right now from available from NI. For example, to automate these things, we have a client service that can be easily added to NI test stand for test automation, and you can also add client service to DADM for doing data analysis. And you're not only restricted to use this system link server, and which can be visualized on your any web browser. For some reasons, you might want to like automate it, or maybe you want to integrate some third-party hardware or maybe software. A good example could be, let's say, the data that you're collecting from the system link asset module, which gives you information about the system utilization. Let's say you want to use machine learning or artificial intelligence to make it more even better predictive maintenance or preventive maintenance analysis based on the failures that you see in the hardware. So we provide APIs that can work with different development software environments like LabVIEW, MathWorks, and we do have support for .NET, and we do have support for Python and third-party tools. So third-party tools, when I say we have different the system link specialty partners, in India as well as outside India, like who are extensively working on creating add-ons, or you can say tools to work with system link. So in future, you can expect a lot more, you can say modules or add-ons that will be available to system link, and it's going to become, I can say, enterprise level solution, which mainly focuses on systems and assets and test and measurement data. So what I mean by that is right now you see two modules on systems and assets and two modules on systems and test and measurement. You can see more and more modules getting added into these categories in future. For example, in India, we have a system link specialty partner called Soliton Technologies. They are based out of Coimbatore. So they are working very closely with National Instruments System Link Group and trying to create, you can say, the System Link add-on. So that's called as the intelligence. How we can add intelligence to the system link for automated measurements. Like that, we have 20 plus. The system link architecture is developed with industry leading open source technologies. You can think of the open source technologies like the RabbitMQ and AMQP and NoSQL and MongoDB. There are many more open technologies that are incorporated to system link software to work with databases, to work with, you can say, the communication methods with the nodes or clients, and the way we communicate between the server and client, and so on. And it's designed to have a scalable, which means you can have this system link software installed in your lab kind of environment where you have 1 to 10 systems. It can be a peak size system, uh, or where you have a Windows operating system running on it, or it can be a Linux-based real-time controller from National Instruments, right? And this client numbers can go up to like 250 numbers, uh, which can be within your office space if it's a corporate. If your office is located in multiple uh, parts of India, then there is a way in which you can also connect or collect these results from all sites within India or outside India also, right? And this software comes with the configurable, easily configurable dashboards where users can customize the dashboard based on their requirements and or whatever they're interested in, more interested in knowing about. Somebody could be more interested in monitoring the test results. Someone could be more interested in monitoring the asset utilization. Someone could be more interested in just looking at the pushing the software upgrades to the test stations or testers. And the last thing, but not the least, the connection between the client and the server is secure. We use HTTPS and TLS data encryption method to communicate with them or to authenticate and then take control of those client nodes. So on the screen, you can see there are three major things on the down. So one is the dashboard, the nice dashboard, which talks about the systems that are connected or the discovered and what is the current state of the system. And also you are seeing the systems with highest alarm count and systems with highest disk usage, highest memory usage, and highest CPU usage. This information is really useful as a test engineer for you to get some insights about how the system is running and what can happen to the system if the memory usage goes beyond certain level, and you can take necessary precautions to prevent the system from crash and so on. And all this information that you see in the blue window is available in the form of a web browser. You just have to type in the link, web link, and the data will be available to in the any browser within your desktop or laptop. In fact, on your mobile phone, right? So on the architecture wise, you can see a system link server, which is connected to a monitor here. This system link server then can be connected to different clients. Here you can see a PXS system running on Windows operating system, and you can see a combo chassis again where we are running a PXS system, and we do have a compact Rio where we have a Linux real-time operating system running on. So all these clients, all these devices, or you can say clients, will have system link server, sorry, system link client software running on them. Whenever there is a request from a system link server, the data will be passed on to the system link server, and the data can be visualized using your web browser. So right now we have a supported platforms. There is a minimal requirement. You need to have a Windows 7 or higher operating system, which should be a 64-bit operating system for a server requirement. For nodes, we can have Windows or Windows 7 or higher operating systems running in the desktops or laptops that can be connected to the system link server. And you can also connect this to the NI Linux real-time controllers. For example, the compact Trios and also the PXI controllers that are coming with Linux real-time operating system nowadays from National Instruments. And all these things are connected using TCP/IP connectivity. So as you can see in the architecture, both the client systems or agents, they are directly connected to the server using TCP/IP connection. So which means you can have your devices connected anywhere from a single location or from the location wherever you are working. So for today, like I mentioned, we will focus more on the test module, how it's going to be beneficial for a test engineer or a development engineer who is doing a kind of a verification and validation test, or even planning to build a production test systems for your clients or even for your own like company use case. So like I mentioned, the test module within System Link helps you to monitor the test activities and collect the test results through secure data pipelines to a central database for storage. Post that, you can use the trend visualization options available within System Link, and with that you should be able to make some analysis, and then post the analysis you should be able to make reporting out of it. So with the module focuses mostly on the kind of tests that are running as expected on the test system or not, and using the nice dashboard you can track uh, KPIs metrics, which will help you to, you can say, forecast what kind of tests are running and what kind of different tests that we want to conduct from today or from tomorrow, or you can plan your schedule, then conduct your test accordingly. Once the testing is done, the the test module will collect the results. With that, you should be able to do trend analysis, which will help you with the troubleshooting. Let's say for some reason some test cases have failed, you should be able to uh, dig deep into that of the failed test case and then try to see the values, and then which will help you to do the remote troubleshooting also. So there are many more features within the test modules. We will try to get into the each and every feature that is available in you can say within test module. So there are three main features you can think uh, that I want to share with you guys right now. So one is the test monitoring feature, and the other feature is the product test results and visualization and analysis feature. And the third feature is the communication from test stations. So the test monitoring feature mostly focuses on the test activity across the group of testers. Like I mentioned, the testers can be present within your office location, or you can say within your lab location. It can also be present outside your office network, and it can also be present outside your India, or you can say outside your current office locations, which helps you to monitor the test results or test activities across the globe, you can say. And another great feature that we have is you can view pass-fail status at a sequence level. Also, you can also look at the step level, whether the sequence passed the test or failed. Also, you can look at the step level, whether the each and every individual steps passed or failed. And also you can track the live updates as and when the test executes on your test station. Uh, you can think of like it's more you can say synchronized with your test station, or you can say the data communication between your tester and the System Link server, it's much faster. You can see the data in the real time. So I will show you a small demo where you can actually really understand what I mean by a track live updates as the test executes. And another, the product test results visualization, like I mentioned, the product comes with out-of-the-box reports for common test metrics. For example, you can look at the FPY and the failure rates directly on the chart or histogram format. And you can also search and locate the test by using keywords or some parameters that are posted within your test stand, or the ones that you're creating within the System Link test module. For example, let's say you're more interested in knowing about power on failure test or power on test, right? So you can have this as a tags or keywords created, and you can go to System Link and just type in this keyword that will give you the sequence or step which was performing this power on test. you can easily look at the test results, and you can also group the test that you're performing by the tests category, or you can say by the products, or you can by the duties, by various things. You can group them and then look at the results by the group. And the communication from test stations. So like I mentioned, there is a system link client that is readily available for test stand, so that product level integration with test stand is taken care of. So you just have to go to test stand and then enable the system link, the client option for reporting purposes, that keeps monitoring your test results or test activities within the tester. And then as and when there is a request from your system link server, the information will be passed on to the system link server. And you're not only limited to that, you do have like APIs, like I mentioned before, that they are available for Python, LabVIEW, and .NET for further test automation, or you can say for further reporting purposes, or to bring in machine learning, and you can also bring in the artificial intelligence for your test results, so that you can make a better sense out of your testers or test stations. So deep, let's try to get into the individual modules, the features, and try to understand how does it look like. So on the screen, you can see on the right side, we have test stations running on test stand, and some of the test stations running based on LabVIEW code, and some of them are based on, you can say, running on Python and .NET. So when I say they're running based on LabVIEW, Python, and .NET, so NI provides drivers to work with LabVIEW, as you know, and we do provide drivers to work with Python and .NET, you can say development environments. And the System Link APIs are now available for, again, all the ones that are mentioned on the screen. So with the power of Python, or with the power of LabVIEW, with the power of .NET, you can leverage the System Link APIs to communicate with your, you can say, the System Link server, which can query all of them and then collect the information, and the data can be available to you in the central location or wherever you're sitting. By just logging into that web page, you should be able to visualize the data from any of the test systems. It can run on any development environments which are mentioned here. So on the screen, you can see there are, you can say, different options available under test monitoring for user. So one is, you can see the main sequence on the left, and under that you can see the different steps that are available under the main sequence. And on the right, you can see for each and every sequence and also the step, what are the results or what is the state of it, whether it has passed or whether it has failed. And you do have an information on the step data. For example, let's say there is a the limit test that you're trying to do, where we will have the lower limit, higher limit, and this is the data that's going to be collected from your tester. And this you can understand that, okay, my these are my lower limits and upper limits. With respect to that, what is my measured value? So is it falling within the higher and lower limits or not? And you'll be able to take quick decisions on whether it's passing or failing. And similarly, it also gives you information about the elapsed time for that specific step or for that specific sequence, right? And all this information is available to you, like I mentioned, from the location where you're sitting in. Another good thing is you need not to worry about looking at all this information. So System Link and the test module comes with a nice dashboard, which will help you to look at a quick glance of the testers that you conducted in last 30 days and what were their results, or you can say pass failure rate of those testers that you conducted in last 30 days. And this 30 days is the default. The users can change based on their requirement. Let's say you want to look at only the last 5 days or last 1 week, or maybe for even higher period, like it could be for 1 month or 2 months or even more. That's something that user can configure. And on a quick glimpse, you can see the past test cases, failed test cases, the currently running test cases, and also the test with errors, and the terminated test cases. And if there are any other tests that are running in the backend, those things also can be visualized here. So one good thing about this is, if you're more interested to know about individual things, the currently passed ones or failed ones, you just have to click on that specific the tile, which will take you to the separate window where you can get into the details of all the test cases which are passed or failed, and also to do the further analysis with them. Another good thing about this dashboard or the web interface that you have, it comes with the full screen where you can visualize all the data in one single window. And this is designed such that the window or the screen can be used on your mobile phone, and it comes with a very adaptive layout. So as and when you shrink your window, it starts adapting to the screen size. Like I mentioned, it can be on your desktop or laptop, or even in fact you can use the same web browser option on your mobile phone also. The layout adapts automatically. Another the feature that we have under test module is the interactively making test results data views. As you can see, there are multiple test sequences running on multiple test stations. You can see on the right side, the first top slide, where you have system. So these are the systems currently connected to the system link, and these are the systems that we are interested in knowing or you can say monitoring the test results. So right now we are interested in the one which is selected, the PXI, the ATE demo one. So once you are interested in that, and to really know like what is the reason behind the test or the system failing, that's right. So you can click on that gear button. That will give you additional, or you can say it will open up additional window where you will have access to the test reports. Also, like I mentioned, it will give you a high level information at the test sequence level. What are the elapsed time and the type of a call that we made to the sequence or a subsequence and so on, and the status of that. And then we also get information about the step level information, whether it's a numeric type limit test, or we are doing pass fail test and so on. And this information will be really useful for you to get to know more about your test system, and or to get more test insights about your test system. And another good thing is you can also filter them by the category, or you can say by group. You can select the systems that you have created, or by the serial number, or by passed, or by failed, or by you can say terminated. All those things can be done by using this group by options, which is available to you. And you can also group it by the product test type or the DUT, and even the test timings. You can group them and then try to match them, and then you can continue to add your test filters so that you can reduce your time that you're spending in troubleshooting or looking at your the data that you're more interested in. And you can also do or perform a pre-configured function to capture the asset and software configurations associated with that specific test station or a tester. And you can also automate the attachment of raw data files that are coming in from your client, and which can be downloaded, and you can visualize depending on the file type that you receive from your test station. For example, let's say you're using teststand, which typically supports the ASCII and HTML, ATML, and also you can add a PDF. Those files can be pumped to your the system link server, where you can actually use system link same test monitor module to visualize the data that's coming in from your all the testers from the multiple sites. And here is a closer view of how does a system link test monitor the specific test results window looks like. So on the top, you can see the reports that we collected from the test stand. Like I mentioned, the reports can be in the form of CSV, it can be in the form of HTML, it can be in the form of TDMS, or it can be in the form of even the ATML, or in the form of PDF. So System Link natively supports the HTML view, and it also supports the PDF view and ATML views. If you're more interested to view the CSV files, then you will have to download these files which can be visualized in your local system using Excel. Another ways to visualize this CSV file, you can use the data management module, which is available within System Link. With that help, we should be able to visualize the CSV files as well as the TDMS files, which are directly linked with your DADM software, which is a data management software from National Instruments or NI. Okay, so once we have the data received from the test station, also compare the trends limits to the isolate the outliers, and you can also select the test values to access detailed test results. And like I mentioned, you can also group them by feature, or you can color code them in different ways. Uh, you can color code them by the system or by the operator or by the DUT or by the test type. You can do that using this nice interactive, you can say the dashboard. Uh, and it's not only about the automatic the data trends that you see here. As a user, you do have a lot of options to play with. On the screen right side, you can see there is a LED test, and if you're not worried about all the LED test cases, you can just pick up the one that you are more interested in. For example, I can select the green LED intensity test case and look at the different information that I'm looking for. And on the left, you can see you can also increase the number of channels that you want to see at the same time. It can be from your data acquisition, or it can be from DMM. It could be from any devices. You can look by each channel or each device. That channel level option also can be configured by the user. That is something that you can see on the right top of your the window here. And you also have very good features within your web browser to look at your trend data. So this module provides you the better visualization options. For example, you can use different plotting options like box plots, violin plots. You can also look at the histogram, the data based on like how frequently the test is failing and what time duration the test is failing, and what are the mean values of your the acquired test results. All right, and what is the failure rate? All those things analysis that you can perform in the single window. And this also provides one option to view your the statistical reports, and which is like SPC is also supported by natively on this specific window. You can do the process capability test like CP, CPK, all those things can be conducted in this same window. And there are many more features that NI is planning to add for this data trends in future. And you will keep seeing multiple releases of this system link and the add-on modules coming in future. And this is another the test report or trend that you can visualize based on the data that you are collected in. And this reports can be, you can download this reports and then put it in your standard test reports. You can share it with your customers or with your management and tell them, okay, this is the failure rate, or this is the pass rate, or this is the success rate that we have from our test systems. And this can be for your the time period that you're choosing for 30 days or 5 days, or maybe for even longer time period. And again, System Link provides you an option where you can actually select what kind of results analysis that you want to do from the drop down menu that you can see on the right side, which will help you to create or build the interactive test report within System Link environment. You don't have to depend on other the reporting environments. So let's say the information that you have within test System Link, the reports that are being generated by System Link, your it's not representing your test results in a better way. There is an option for you to customize your reports and the data analysis. You can also download the open source code that is available in Python, and you can import to the Jupyter notebook. This is another feature that we have incorporated within System Link, where if let's say the users are more interested in customizing the report and then having different look and feel for the data, the users can now download and add a add-on module to your uh, system link test module. So that gives you a different experience where the users can create a custom code within system link environment, where we will have Jupyter environment available to you. You can write your code within that system link environment, where we will have Jupyter terminal, and user can code it and connect to the tags or messages that are the data that is received by the system link server. That data can be passed on to the variables that are you're creating in the Jupyter notebook, and that can help you to even create a better report, or you can say visualizing options within the system link environment. So in the screen, you can see there are the APIs that are available, and those are created within the system link, the Jupyter environment. Users can add their source code and then create custom analysis. And like I said, since it is tightly integrated with Python, you can also leverage the Python APIs, or you can say libraries which are available in open. Those libraries can be recalled. You can leverage those APIs and create your custom dashboards to better represent your test results to your management or to your customers or to even to your clients. So these reports that you're creating, it can be exported, and you can share these notebooks to deliver static reports to the stakeholders, right? Another benefit that we have within the test module is data viewer. So it's kind of a graph view that you get within system link test module, where you can use different options such as zoom, traverse, clip. All those things can be done within the system link environment for you to, in order to get into the details of the waveform or the data that you are collecting from your test systems. And it also has access to metadata and the properties that it is collecting from the stations. And another good thing about this viewer is that you can also select the data by grouping them into the device or DUT, or even also the channels, to see the desired data within your system link web environment, right? So whatever the features that we are talking about, the dashboards that we are talking about so far, all these things can be visualized on your web browser, standard web browser, right? It could be a Chrome, it could be Edge, it could be Firefox, it could be Internet Explorer. Any standard web Internet Explorers, sorry, any standard web browsers can be used to visualize this data. And here is a simple video that I'm going to share, which is going to help you to better understand what we talked so far. So I mentioned about the system link test model interacting with test stand to monitor the currently running, or the to monitor the live test running on the test stand, and their statuses like pass, fail, and also the results. So this demo was created by NI corporate team. I just reuse that video instead of me creating the same thing again. I'm just going to play this for a moment and let me know if you can hear the audio very well.
Today we're going to demonstrate how you can send test results from TestStand to the SystemLink server.
So can you guys hear the audio very well?
Dharni, you might have to mute your mic because
Okay.
we are hearing echo. Yeah.
Okay, one second.
Today we're going to demonstrate how you can send test results from TestStand to the SystemLink server for remote test monitoring. After you set up your SystemLink server, there's an easy 4-step process shown here to get you from producing test results in TestStand to remotely monitoring those tests in real time from the Test Monitor web application in SystemLink. The first thing you need to do is install TestStand 2014 or later in the SystemLink client on the system you want to send test reports from. Installing SystemLink client on the test system automatically installs the Test Monitor client plugin. Next, in TestStand, you enable the NI SystemLink Test Monitor client plugin. This will automatically send test results and test reports from TestStand to the System Link server. Next, you run your tests, and lastly, you view those tests being run in real time on the System Link server through the Test Monitor web application. A quick note, if you're not using TestStand for test sequencing, the Test Monitor API can be used instead to communicate over HTTP connection. The API is available in LabVIEW, Python, and .NET. All right, let's see this in action. So here I have TestStand pulled up on the left and System Link on the right. So in System Link, you log in and you immediately see all of the different web apps that you have access to. So today we're going to be looking at the Test Monitor web application. So once I get into the Test Monitor, I'm brought into a high-level dashboard where I can see high-level information about the tests that are being run and the tests that have been run and high-level KPIs. So when we run tests in TestStand, we'll see these automatically update. And then on the TestStand side, we have a sample program, just a demo program that simulates a device that we'll be using today. So here, before we run our tests, we need to do the configuration in TestStand. So to do that, we click Configure and we go to Result Processing. So here we can configure the NI System Link Test Monitor client. So we can enable it, and additionally, we can configure further options. So here we have multiple reporting options. We can enable the data to be sent from TestStand to System Link. We can enable a system status tag to also be sent. We can enable asset utilization tracking information on this particular test station. And then also we can enable a store and forward. So if the system is disconnected from the server, it'll store that data, and then once it's connected, it'll then forward that on to the server. We can also upload reports from TestStand and upload those to System Link automatically, and then download them within the System Link environment when we want to view them. So now that we're all configured, we can click OK, and we can go ahead and run our test. So here I'm just going to enter in a UUT serial number. So let's use 7890. Click OK. And here I'm going to simulate a failure. So I'm going to select speakers to simulate a failure for this device. So here we can see the test is being run, and this is updated in our dashboard. We can click and actually see that that's running here. We can go back to our dashboard. We can see that test is still running. And then once it's complete, so this is a notification from TestStand saying that it failed. Click OK and stop the program. We no longer have a running test, but we saw this increase. So our number of failed tests increased by 1. And here is the test that failed that we just ran. And here I can actually dig into that set of test results down to the step level and actually see which step failed. So here we could see that the audio test is the one that failed, and the speaker failure that I simulated is here. You can also see some high-level kind of metadata in regards to the test as well. And we can also view those attachments that I sent from TestStand. So here, if I want to view that report, you can double-click and see that within the environment. So there you have it. That's how you do remote test monitoring with System Link and TestStand.
I hope you had a better understanding now the topic that I'm talking about. So with that, I'll move on to the next slide. So like I mentioned in the beginning, so the System Link APIs are available in available for different programming environments where you want to make calls to the System Link client and collect the information and maybe do some more data analysis that are tools that are available to you in that specific development environment. So likewise, we have APIs that are available in LabVIEW. So as you can see, there are different APIs, like you can get the tags information. So tags are good if you are looking for like a status information, whether the system is running or not, or whether the system is in idle state or things like that. And there are file transfer mechanisms where you can actually stream the data, and you can also pass the continuous messages, and there are alarms that you can And there are many more APIs functionalities that are available to you in LabVIEW development environment. And the same thing can be incorporated by using HTTP services also in the backend. And we do have APIs for .NET framework, and we do have the APIs available for Python. The good thing about SystemLink and the Python API support that we have now is the user need not to worry about going into different location to read about the Python SDK documentation. Now what the users can do is they can go to the web browser, where the SystemLink server is running on, web application is running on. They just have to put a slash and then say that ni apps and slash Python. That will give you the window that you can see here, the SystemLink Python SDK, from where users can actually look into the information related to the APIs that are available in SystemLink for Python. Similarly, for .NET, the APIs and the documentation and example programs are available in GitHub. So you can go ahead and download the GitHub, the .NET examples that are available for SystemLink, and can start leveraging this open source platforms. And another question people might have is like, what are the Yes. Thank you, Ram. Thank you for reminding me about the time. Yeah, so I have only few slides which is going to talk about the installation options that we have. So since I said the lab can be within your office location, or it can be outside your office location within India or outside India. So NI provides different options for this kind of requirements. So let's look at the options that we have. So this is the option that we have if you're in a kind of a corporate network. So where you will have a SystemLink server, and where you will have a SystemLink client and SystemLink web application, everything on the same network. So there is no problem. So you can visualize the data that's coming from different clients from within the organization. The another option is you can put this SystemLink server on the cloud. So this comes as a software as a service. So the company or the corporate who is buying the SystemLink, they will have to work with the cloud service providers like the AWS or Microsoft Azure. They will have to work with them to run their SystemLink server on their cloud software as a service option. And on the bottom, you can see corporate network. You will have a SystemLink web application. On the right, you have same clients connected within the network, but both are connected to the client SystemLink cloud server. So the guy who's sitting in the corporate network can visualize the data. The guy who is outside of the network also can visualize the data by just putting in the username and password details to the web application. And the other option that we have is on the multiple things. So where you have like a central site and the remote site. So on the central site, you can have the SystemLink server running. On the remote site, you will have a client running, which means there could be something running in Bangalore, something in Chennai, something in Delhi. Those clients also can be connected to the SystemLink server via VPN connection, and then they will be able to monitor the activities that are going in those clients. The previous option is, I mean, VPN is wherever VPN is reliable. This kind of option is recommended. If VPN is not stable, then the following architecture is we can say preferred one, where you'll have central SystemLink server running, and on the right side you have clients running, and you can have multiple remote systems connecting to the central site, but you will have sub SystemLink server running at each site, which will be connected through a data link, where you will have the backend programs running to synchronize all the sites data. And the last option, which is similar to the cloud option that we saw for the single site, here you will have the SystemLink server running on the cloud, and you can have multiple clients and multiple web applications running at the same time. So anyone in the world, anytime, can look at this any site data at any point of given time. Since we don't have much time, I'm just running fast. But after this, I'll try to share the presentations with you guys. With that, I want to close. So by saying, I hope you have some idea about SystemLink and the test module or monitor module that is available within SystemLink. To know more about this, you can visit ni.com/SystemLink. And if you want to evaluate, you can just Google for getting started with SystemLink. That will help you to get started with the System Link software installation, configuration, and then working with the add-on modules. To know more about it, you can also go to learn.ni.com/training. There are training materials available. And in case if you are get stuck with the software while working with it, you are looking for additional support, you can write your queries on ni.com/ask, or you can also use support forums to report your problems or the new features that you're looking for within System Link. And there are good YouTube tutorial videos available. You can also go through them. It helps you to get started quickly. So that's all I had. If there are any questions, I can quickly take it up. If I'm not able to answer now,